Hi everyone, I'm Shruti here and I'm live on Red Vows, and today we are going to talk to Shreya. Shreya is an amazing dietitian and she is going to be here with us any moment now. So meanwhile, because this session today that we are having, it is for the brides to be, why don't you send in some of your questions as well, and Shreya would be more than happy to answer that. So just for you people, for everybody to know, Shreya is an expert in almost every part of nutrition, be it diabetes, be it PCOS, be it be it even breastfeeding mothers. She can absolutely guide you towards everything in terms of nutrition. So you should really follow her page, and brides to be, this session is really important because we already have some amazing questions that have come into us from some of the users from on our page, and I guess this is pretty much it, and this is sure to solve most of your queries. Hey Shreya.
Hi, how are you? Good evening.
Yes, all good. How about you? All good?
All good, all good. Working on
Yeah.
immunity.
So I already gave a little introduction about you, and I'll come back to the same point that I had made earlier, that Shreya is a Bible when it comes to everything and anything about nutrition, guys. So today's session, Shreya, is for the brides to be, and uh, like, this is one question that all the brides have. Obviously breakouts and everything are very common, especially before any event that is coming up, and wedding is the last thing that like on the D-day, that's the last thing that you want, that there's a zit on your face. But let's go to the root of the problems. What exactly are the causes of a zit appearing on your face just before an event day?
See, there are plenty of factors that can cause skin issues. Unhealthy eating, number one. Emotional eating, number two. Not drinking enough of water, number three. And then hormonal imbalances, definitely, because no matter female or male would have the testosterone levels or other hormone imbalance. Or for girls, it can be a PCOD, it can be a thyroid hormone imbalance, prolactin, or you name them, and there can be a hormonal imbalance. And then the stress using different products on the skin, like and definitely if we talk about the diet, then you focus on the refined carbohydrate, not changing your pillowcase, getting various skin treatments. So these all are the factors. These can be the factors. Yes.
Okay, so these are all the factors that that come into consideration when it comes to taking care of your skin, especially before the D-Day. And what I, completely, I also feel that, stress plays a very major role over here. It's your big day, so it should be, you should try and stress less as much possible. Like, the
Definitely.
bridezilla term comes into picture over here because that's what most brides are. They are bridezillas, and that's kind of one of the reasons. Like, just correct me if I'm wrong.
Huh. Okay. Yep. So you're asking me about the diet here?
I'm asking, yeah, so diet, yes, and of course, one of the major causes being stress. So,
Stress. Okay.
yeah, so since
Got it.
stress is
Right.
one of the major factors, because again, I come to the term bridezilla, all of them, most of the brides are like bridezillas for their D-Day because they want things happening their way and they're too stressed about it. But I guess there are certain foods that release this happy hormone inside you. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what are those foods that,
Okay.
can.
See, if you are talking about the hormones and the food that release the happy hormone, so everyone here without a science background also, they know about the term dopamine, they know about the serotonin foods. So dopamine, it's a feel-good hormone, and that is being released if you take yogurt in your diet. Yogurt means the desi dahi, curd. So if you are having curd in your diet, that will not give you a hormonal imbalance. That probably your milk can give you. And curd is a naturally kind of food which has a good bacteria. So if you're having curd in your diet, that will give you a good feeling, good hormone. And then beans. So beans can be a rajma, it can be any beans. And
Yeah.
then almond. Almond is a very good source of proteins, and that releases the feel-good hormone, which is known as dopamine. So having soaked almonds, overnight soaked almond, 5 in a day, peel off the skin, and if you'll have almonds, that's gonna give you omega fatty acid, a nice shine, a good hormone, a good happiness. So, and definitely, if you are a bride to be, then you should have eggs in your diet, because egg is the only source which can give you a good hormone, feel good hormone, number one, a protein, a good protein in your diet, a nice shine in your hair, good keratin, choline, immunity. So yes, if I combine this diet together, so you should have curd in your diet, fruits in your diet, and legumes and pulses. And in dry fruit, you should have almond, because otherwise walnuts or cashews can give you a breakouts. So soaked almonds are the good way to combat with the freckles. And almond you should have in your diet, and eggs you should incorporate in the diet if you are going to be a bride. And then if we talk about the serotonin, food high in tryptophan help in releasing the serotonin. So serotonin is a feel-good hormone, but you should have a good food which can release the tryptophan in diet. So all high protein food like chicken, eggs, sesame seeds, soya, dark chocolate, these are rich in tryptophan. So if you're having tryptophan in your diet, you're gonna have the serotonin levels, which are again a neurotransmitter in the brain, which will give you a good feeling, good hormone. And then we talk about the oxytocin foods, which are avocados, figs, watermelon, pumpkin seed, chamomile tea, and magnesium-rich foods. So what you can do, you can make a alsi ki pinni, take all the seeds together, dry roast them, grind them, and make a pinni. So that will give you a good magnesium and good oxytocin in your diet. And then you should have chamomile before bed, and you should have chamomile after getting up. So that will give you a calming effect in your mind.
Uh,
That Okay, so endorphins, then we talk about the endorphins. So endorphins, if you like spicy food, if you are like me, if you like golgappa ka pani, then definitely spicy food will help in releasing the endorphins. And then seeds, dark chocolate, animal protein, definitely this will give you a good feeling, good hormone in the diet. I hope you people are able to hear me now.
yeah. Absolutely, we can hear
Okay,
you now.
right, right,
Yeah.
right, right. So
So,
that was it.
yeah, that's thank you so much for that information. And so there was another question that we had from one of the users, and this I think is a very important question because this is what most brides are wondering about. That if they get a zit just few days before their wedding day, like probably a week before their wedding day, what is it that they are supposed to do? Like something that can be done naturally, which is by eating good food.
All right. Uh, See, definitely you should consume lots of water and foods which are alkaline in nature. So that can be a jog ka sattu. Just have barley sattu, jog ka sattu in your diet, and then have coconut water, lemon water, and going on a kind of detox water diet which is alkaline, juices, all juices throughout the day, definitely will help you getting rid of that particular problem. So yes, try having lots of water, alkaline foods, and so that you can get the body detox. That's the fix for that.
Okay. And if someone is suffering from, dull and dry skin, so what is it that you would suggest to them?
Okay, see, if the skin is pale, dull, it can be a symptom of low hemoglobin levels. So get your
Okay.
hemoglobin test done, get your vitamin D, vitamin B12 test done, and if you are deficient in particular kind of vitamin, try to have food in the diet. Supposingly you are deficient, you are anemic. So probably if you're anemic, that's the reason you're having a pale skin or a dull skin. So for that, you should have lots of iron in your diet. You can have wheatgrass juice, you can have spirulina in diet, and you can have anarka juice, beetroot palak soup you can have. So have plenty of iron, folic acid, and proteins in your diet. And if it's a
Sure.
vitamin D, then definitely enough of sunlight. And if it's of the vitamin B12, which is deficient. So definitely you should. It's a time to have eggs in your diet. So that's the fix for that. So any kind of trouble, there has to be a particular diagnosis. So this is not the reason that you are having a dull skin just because it is showing dull because you have not taken enough of sleep. That is not the reason for that. Dull skin is a symptom. It's a signal that something is inside.
It is better that you understand about the problem much before your wedding day, so that there is a proper diagnosis, and then a good treatment can be set. That's a very good suggestion.
Because these all are the symptoms. Your body speaks for it. So if you're getting any kind of symptom like hair fall or the bad skin or the freckle, there has to be a diagnosis for that. It can be a prolactin which is high, it can be anemic, it can be a B12 deficiency, it can be a vitamin D deficiency, or probably it can be a way far than that. It can be a thyroid issue. So any problem has to be fixed, and you cannot do a magic before the night of your wedding. It has to be a pre-preparation. The diet has to be nourishing enough from 6 months back.
So yeah, so very important point for all the brides to be, if you are getting married, then I think now is your time to start doing getting the diagnosis done for your skin, so that you know exactly what you need to do for the next few months.
And wedding is not just about looking good. For the female, it has to be for the fertility as well. You have to be a mother. You have to conceive sooner or later. So the health should come not just for the skin for looking good. The health should be overall, so that your egg quality, your fertility skills, your hormones, your strength, internal and outer strength should also be good.
Agreed. That's a very valid point, Shreya. Another question that we had from one of the users, that is there a simple diet chart that you can suggest us, so that we can maintain a good skin before the wedding?
The diet has to be a lifestyle. It has to be a habit. So it has to be a discipline.
Yes.
So I think every certain age has its own requirement. So we need to build on our nutrition. We need to work on the nutrition from very starting of our age, from the teen age, from the infancy. But still, if you're talking about the brides to be, then definitely they should get up in the morning. They should sit under a sunlight. They should have enough of vitamin D from the sunlight source, because that's the point when you will convert your fat or cholesterol into a vitamin D level. So you will not look that plumpy on your D day. So first thing, sit under a sunlight, have enough of sunlight for 15-20 minutes, and then have lukewarm water, empty stomach. So that water can be a methi dana water if you have a water retention in your body because of the bloating, because of methi dana, fenugreek seeds soaked overnight, and have that water in the morning. And because during this pandemic, one should work on the immunity as well. So you can have turmeric ginger tea. The recipe is on my YouTube channel, Dietitian Shreya. You can find that recipe from.
Shreya, we lost you again because of the network issue. We lost you again. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll repeat myself. So whenever you wake up, try to grab some sunlight, because that is very important to get rid of the fat storage you have. So if you want to look thin on a screen on your picture, in your pictures, so definitely you should have enough of sunlight, number one, and have lukewarm water right when you wake up. So lukewarm water can be a concoction of methi dana water. You can have kalonji water, you can have jeera ka pani, or you can have ajwain cinnamon water. First thing in the morning, and then have don't start your day with the tea, because that's gonna give you acidity, that's gonna give you water retention, that's gonna give you a headache. So start your day with lemon water or any lukewarm concoction water. Have soaked almond, because I talked about almond earlier also. It will give you dopamine. So you should have 5 soaked almond without the skin. And then you can have your black tea or turmeric ginger tea. And for the breakfast, 7 days, 7 different menu has to be there. If we are talking about the skin, then definitely rainbow color. So your plate should be full of colors. So you should be eating the colors in your diet. Papaya orange color, then brinjal purple color, yellow color from the oranges, orange color from the oranges. So all the colors should be there in your plate. So breakfast, you can have besan ka pura, because that would be the source of legume. So you will have the good mind also without the stress. So you can have besan ka pura, you can have ragi because ragi gonna give you nachni, that's a millet. So ragi gonna give you enough of iron in your diet. So I hope you're listening me. Yeah, okay.
Yes, yes,
So
yes,
one day,
yes, you are
yeah,
audible now.
so one day you can have
Just that
besan
if
ka
you
pura,
can be a
another day.
little louder, that would be great.
Okay, okay, all right. So one day you can have besan ka pura, another day you can have ragi ka pura, then you can have quinoa. Quinoa is the thing which is high in protein, good in calories, that is gluten free. And I always tell my brides to be that they should have lactose free diet before the D-Day, and they should have less of gluten in the diet so that we don't have a problem in our belly fats. So definitely your diet should be gluten free and lactose free. Have less of milk. You can have more of curd but less of milk and no gluten. Try avoiding wheat and rice. So instead you can have quinoa in your diet more, and breakfast would be this, and don't have water immediately after your meal. Give a gap of 30 minutes so that proper digestion should be there so that you don't gain kilos on your D-Day. And mid-morning, definitely you should have your fiber. So fiber should come from the salads, not from the fruits, because we don't want to add our stomach, add calories into our diets. So mid-morning you can have a salad, and then lunch. Lunch should be a multigrain chapati, gluten free, of course. So you can have gluten free oats ki roti, you can have amaranth ki roti, that is cholai, or otherwise you can have makki ki roti, anything gluten free. And have green leafy vegetable along and a dal. And then evening you can have again turmeric ginger tea because any, ginger is anti-inflammatory. So you should have turmeric ginger tea and that seed mixture, and then have early dinner, and dinner try to have a salt free dinner so that you don't gain kilos and inches before the D-Day, and have enough of water. And just before your wedding day you can be on a liquid diet. So liquid can be soups or it can be a juices without salt. Your blood pressure should not go down, so that ways you can have chocolate in your diet, one piece or two piece, and you can have spiced coffee or black coffee. That ways you will not have a low BP also. Yeah. So I think that was a die chart. Yes.
Okay, so now over to the audiences. We already have around two, three questions that have come to us. Someone's asking about hair fall. If there is any foods that can prevent hair fall or can reduce hair fall, for that matter.
Okay. See, again, I'll be talking because we are clinical nutritionists, and I always try to link particular kind of symptom with the deficiency or diagnosis. So if you have a hair fall, that can be a seasonal hair fall because of the monsoon, or otherwise your hair fall can be because of the deficiency, or it can be because of the less of protein intake, because generally people are vegetarian around. So if you people are vegetarian, definitely proteins are less, B12 vitamins are less. So if that is the reason, then definitely you should have amino collagen in your diet, because amino acids, we all have studied about amino acids, and we all have studied about the keratin. We take the keratin treatments also. So keratin is not just for the outer hair or outer shine. Keratin or biotin. Biotin is very important for the synthesis of keratin. So you should have enough of biotin in your diet. You should have enough of proteins in your diet. You should have enough of B12 in your diets. So that ways you can have your green juices. So green juice you can make a, okay, I'll give you a tip. You can make a green smoothie. Blend curry patta, cucumber with the skin, because that particular kheere ka skin, cucumber skin will give you folate. So that
Okay.
is very good for the iron and folic acid. So blend few leaves of curry patta, green coriander, which is dhania, and a cucumber, 1 spoon of spirulina powder, 1 spoon of moringa powder. So, and if you can have amino collagen, I use this amino collagen. So this is the amino collagen, huh? So for the bone health, for the cartilages, for the skin, you need to have this green smoothie. So for your bride, that was a recipe. You can have green smoothie. So, and if the hair fall was because of the reason that you were deficient in B12, that was the recipe. But if you are deficient in proteins, your diet is deficient in proteins, then you need to start the proteins ASAP. So protein can be from the soya milk, it can be coming from the dal and legumes, so that can be. Otherwise, you should have eggs in your diet. Yes.
Sure, sure. The other question that we have is, can we have primrose oil and multivitamins both in the evening?
See,
Okay, both.
okay. See, evening primrose oil. Basically, it is for the stabling of hormones. So it is basically give. I mean, gynecologists recommend that to the ladies who have the premenopausal symptoms. So I think you should get advice from the gynecologist if you really should have evening primrose oil. But otherwise, what was another thing? Evening primrose oil and multivitamin, no? I think you can have any
Multivitamins, yes.
multivitamin. Yes, I think you can have any multivitamin. Supradin or B complex vitamin, it's the cheapest and the best thing to have.
Sure. So I guess that's about it for now. These are the only questions that we have got so far, and the others which I already asked you. We would love to have you back on our page with some other suggestions which would be appropriate for the brides and grooms to be. I think the next session that we should have with you is totally for the grooms as well, of how they can take care of themselves. So people, thank you so much for joining us in this session, and we will surely have Shreya back on our page, and till then, if you have any queries, do drop send us a message and we will forward it to Shreya. And in fact, you all can obviously, you should follow Shreya as well on Instagram and follow her Bible totally in terms of nutrition.
Thank you so much. Otherwise, if you're a bride, if they want to have a particular kind of diet plan, or if they are looking for the recipes, they can go to my YouTube channel, that is Dietitian Shreya, DIET. So they could be
Shreya, we lost you. We lost you for.
Okay, that's right. Take care.
We lost you for.
Have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.